Let's go!
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization demands a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The efforts and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Eu ainda não topei com... Eu topei com o veículo da bagunça. A nave da bagunça. Mas eles fugiram. Eu tava com a Razor ali.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems.
Eu não conheço ninguém da bagunça.
Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective.
Tô jogando no quarto com ar-condicionado. Vou aumentar os gráficos.
resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Nerion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the citizens of Nerion to join the Collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remained, however, select members of House Varun who refused to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted.
Caralho.
The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war.
Tô ligado, você perdeu sua nave.
But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinian? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off
One of
too
my
lightly.
slates said terramorphs can control people's minds. But that can't be true.
Matei bicho.
Bye for now.
Nossa.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the
No one
Terramorph.
knows how they move between planets.
A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the Armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be. No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber app. Applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
bicho. Errado pra querer perseguir o cara.
Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
padrão de como mudando.
Simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal. If you wish to take a break, you may exit the simulation through the ship's hatch. Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Sei que essa não é uma bosta comparada com a que eu tinha. Ainda assim dá.
Simulation reset. Prepare for your... first opponent.
New targets active.
Muita gente.
Simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's
Muita
control
gente.
terminal.
Muito difícil. Nave não ajuda também.
Shut down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Baixar a cruzamento.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Did you have some... Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to... Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data... Hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. 2 traits the Vanguard values highly. Your physiological results are... Huh, that's odd. You get your kicks flying too close to stars? Because you're putting out some interesting radiation. But, where were we? Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4. Not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that waiver's some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to...
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the clock.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard... If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise. So, you want to make this official?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line.
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the... Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Fantastic. Parece um palumpo, mano. Vou dar em você, mas sai da minha frente.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't... Now, raise... The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of... and to uphold the values of the Vanguard? Honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely... Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there.
Pronto. Super.
she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Yes, sir. Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat.
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are... Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one.
In addition to the standard issue welcome kit, all med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises.
My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. So, paying a visit to the people, nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel. Any questions before you head out? Then I won't keep.
Make us look good out there.
Hi there.
Before we leave?
Pois é. Sem graça, né? Sem personalidade.
let's get this crate into space. Something you need? Maybe another time.
An abandoned meat-packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet. might as well take what we can. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet.
So what do we got here? You're too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? Yeah, make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out... Of course you are. My hero. At least you follow orders well. Maybe you are? I'm Hadrian. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, what's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
I can't believe that a Terramorph did all this damage. I mean, I've heard the stories, but to see the decimation firsthand...
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need... But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out... But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. It's the building in the middle of the facility. The terminal in there should allow you to grant me access. Then we can see about getting things back online. The settlers outfitted most of the buildings with turrets at some point. Not sure how many. There were also some sensors. But those are honestly all just... Good. Take care of yourself. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample. nicely. Done.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of... kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello. Earlier, those sensors around the facility, part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you can avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. You can do this. Show it messed with the wrong shock trooper.
Additional power required.
Seeing a meat packing facility from the inside is starting to make me feel like I should switch to becoming a vegetarian.
tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either... Wait. You did it, didn't you? No offense intended. No, I've just known whole Marine squads who couldn't take down a terramorph. To do it yourself? That's... You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you? All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's... Nothing. Maybe a flax can? Spectacle. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, but terramorphs? To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow... So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population. But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers. That seems awfully... Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth. The result... Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection. But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a terramorph without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's... There is. I mean, there has to be. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed. Luckily, I think I know just... What would you say to delivering this to... Yeah, I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that Plus, maybe just clear it with your boss, or commander, or... You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan thinks there could be more attacks on the horizon. Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together... I'm not sure exactly where to find him. There's a place called... And... Here. It's not a lot, but... You've definitely earned it. Now please, go do what you have to do to get that sample in the right hands. We need...
Captain. Where are we headed next?
Unregistered starship. We're detecting... Well, we're not detecting. That's an issue. What's powering that thing? You know what? Just hold still while we do the contraband check. Scan complete.
That bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to
Look who's
security.
back.